Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Zion. You already know. But today I'm gonna be doing a different kind of video. I'm basically just gonna be talking about what is the best horror game on Roblox. Cause I see a lot of people talking about like this the best horror game, that the best horror game on Roblox. And honestly, I just very much disagree with everything that they say. And they bring up like games that aren't even really that scary for real. Or they bring up games that's honestly very scary, but they don't even bring it up. Like, they don't talk about it. So I'm gonna be talking about the top 5 best horror games on Roblox. This is my opinion, even though my opinion is correct. No, let's just get to the video, bro. The Maze is a maze-based horror game, as in the name, where you just kind of just run around and avoid being killed by 2 monsters. There's no real end to the maze. It's just you running around and trying not to get killed, just being alive for as long as possible. And if you die, you obviously respawn. You have infinite lives. There's no story to it. There's nothing really to the maze other than just run around. But besides that, it's still pretty scary. When you run into the monsters, well, when it's your first time playing, and you run into the monsters, it's a scary experience. Especially when you see that tall black dude and he just runs at you. That's obviously a very scary experience, obviously. And when you see the little big head dude, it's also a pretty scary experience when you see him. Because, you obviously don't know what to do when you see them. And you don't know what they're capable of. So, when it's your first time playing, it's obviously pretty scary. But once you play after a while, it gets kind of just repetitive. You get what I'm saying? You're just kind of doing the same thing. You know what the monster's going to do. You know, this and that, all that. There's other stuff to it, there's rocks and shit where you could just throw rocks at the killers. That'll make them more angrier, and they will get mad and they will kill you literally instantly. But there is a secret passage that the rock can get you to get a axe, which can stun the monsters, and that could help you. I don't really play this game too much anymore, to be honest, because it's not really scary to me anymore. But if I do, I'm mainly just playing it with my friends, and we're just probably doing challenges in it. Let's just say going to the maze without using a flashlight. Let's see who can last the longest. You get what I'm saying? So it's the fun stuff like that that can make this game fun. But overall, the game is pretty scary, but it's not as scary as the other stuff on the other list. That's why it's kind of at the number 5 spot. But yeah, I already know a lot of y'all probably mad that I put Doors at number 4. But to me, Doors is don't get me wrong, it's a good horror game, but I think it's very overrated. When it comes to the scare factor, people say that it's the scariest horror game, but it's just way scarier horror games out there on Roblox, in my opinion. But don't get me wrong, it's still a pretty good game. Doors is just a horror game where you just go through doors. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about it. It's been the most popular horror game on Roblox for a while. And you just kind of just run through doors till you get to door 100. Then you just beat the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty scary. Don't get me wrong. When it's your first time playing, it's actually pretty scary, especially with the sound and ambience and stuff, and you don't know what to do with the monsters that come at you. But overall, after you play the first 3 times, it's not really scary. You kind of really know what to do. Not gonna lie, or most of the things that you need to do after a while, and you can pretty much just beat the game. Kind of. Probably not after your first 3 tries, but like, you get what I'm saying? After your first 3 tries, like, you're gonna get used to it, and it doesn't really get too scary. There's like, I don't even know how many monsters there is, but there's a lot, and they all do their own thing. So yeah, and they're all pretty scary in their own way, which is a pretty up from one up from the maze. And with doors, you actually do, there is like a storyline to it, but I don't really know the storyline, to be honest. And there is an objective to do in it, which is to just get to door 100 and just survive and beat the game. It's simple. And overall, it's pretty scary, but it's not too scary to me. But this list is a scariest horror game on Roblox. It's not really it's not really like the quality of it. Like, Doors has very good quality, and like, it really don't even look like Roblox for real. But it's just not the scariest in my opinion. But it is number 4 on the list, which is still pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the next one. Now, this is where the games really get pretty scary. Apiaphobia is a backrooms-based horror game where you go through like 15 levels or something, and it's based off levels of the backrooms. If anybody knows what that is, I'm pretty sure y'all do. Backrooms is pretty popular, but the levels can be pretty scary with some monsters in it, or it could just be puzzles that you have to solve to get to the next level. And honestly, Apiaphobia is a really scary game. When you first play it, actually, the first few times that you play it, it's gonna be pretty scary. Like, when I first played it, bro, I remember the dang hallucinations that used to pop up. Them just got me every single time. Like, I swear it did. Like that's how scary it was. And like, the scariest levels is probably like the first level, and I won't say the second one, but the second one can be pretty scary, I guess, and maybe the third one. And the dark level, like, which is like level 6, I think, or 7, that's probably the scariest level because of like the atmosphere and the ambience of it. It's honestly pretty scary. And Apiaphobia, it's like, you could really play the game like as many times as you want, and you could still get pretty scared. But like, granted, if you do play it enough times, you probably won't get scared, and you'll probably know what to do, and you genuinely probably just won't get scared after you know like what to do and all that. But overall, it's still pretty scary. And the objectives for this game is just to beat all the levels, I guess. And that's really it. The only reason the only reason I place it above Doors is mainly because of the scare factor. If it wasn't for the scare factor of how scary the levels are, then Doors would probably have been above it. But for right now, Apiaphobia is above Doors and is number 3 on the list. So yeah. Now, there is a lot I want to talk about this game right here. This game was probably the second scariest game that I have ever played, and I was super scared my first time playing. Like, I was playing with my friends, we was mad scared. Like, I never screamed so many times in a video like that before while playing the game. Well, there was 2 times, but this was the first game that I ever played, first horror game that I ever played where I screamed like so many times. And this game is just mad scary. The Rake is a horror game where you just have to survive the night with a killer Rake, which obviously can kill you, and you just really have to survive the night. And you can also buy stuff from the shop, and which gives you like items like pills, so you don't run out of stamina. You can get bear traps on the stunning killer, and you can get other stuff like stun sticks, UV lights, also stunning killer, med kits, all that good stuff. And all you really need to do in this game is just really survive. You can also like try and kill the Rake, which can either defeat him, which makes him go back to this cave and you survive the night automatically, or you have a chance to start a blood hour, which the Rake gets mad, like really mad, and everything is just red, like it's straight red, and it is honestly so scary. It's a very scary experience when that happens, especially if it happens for your first time. Like, I remember when I first played this, I screamed so loud when I saw him come for me. Like, I never screamed like that before. And it was just super scary, and it was very fun. I really recommend you guys play this game if you have never played this game before. And play it with friends. Trust me, play this game with friends. You're gonna have a good time. I promise you that. But the Rake is super scary. It really could have been number one. But the other game on this list was it was different. It was just different. It was barely different though, but it was different. So yeah. But before I do the number one, I do want to give out 2 honorable mentions that didn't make the list, but I just kind of want to shout them out because they're also pretty scary games, and I just kind of want to shout them out in their own way. I won't be too long on the topic for those 2, though. Evade is a very fun game, but it's barely even a horror game to me. But like, I'm pretty sure people put it in that horror game type category. So that's why it's really on here for honorable mentions. But don't get me wrong, this game still has that scare factor to it. Like, you could really turn a corner like this and see that thing coming right towards you, and that jump will make you scream. Not gonna lie, it will make you scream. So that's why I put it up here for honorable mentions, because it is a pretty fun game and it is pretty scary, not gonna lie. And I don't want to say too much about it, but like, you guys should try this game. It's honestly very fun, and it's pretty alright when it comes to being scary. So yeah, y'all should try it though. I know some of y'all probably really surprised that I didn't even put this on the top 5 list, but the Mimic, it's pretty scary, don't get me wrong, but it low-key fell off after book 1. Not gonna lie, it low-key fell off when it come to like being scared. It was mainly just us running around, and we wasn't really scared. Mimic is obviously like the story-based horror game. It basically started the story-based horror game. You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's pretty scary at times, but I wouldn't say it's like that scary anymore. Mainly because like, after you play like one time, you kind of know when the jump scare is gonna happen. You know what the monsters do. You know where to hide. You know what to do that. You know what to do. You just know what to do after like the first time playing. So it's like the Mimic just really gets like that. It wouldn't be like top 5 for me. But don't get me wrong, your first time playing will have you like screaming a bit. But like I said, after the first time playing, you kind of know what to do, to be honest. So yeah, now I can finally get into the number 1 horror game, and it's the scariest. Maybe not by far, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the scariest horror game out of all the horror games I've listed. Now, some of y'all could have thought this was coming. Most of y'all probably didn't. Forgotten Memories, by far, in my opinion, well, not by far, it barely beats Drake, in my opinion. But the Forgotten Memories is, in my opinion, the scariest game on Roblox. And that's my opinion. Forgotten Memories is a FNAF-based horror game and it's free roam too, where you just have to survive all 5 nights. And the nights progressively get harder. Like, the first night, you got just Freddy. And the second night, you got Bonnie. And the third night, and they all, like, stack up on each other. So, like, you got, like, just Freddy. Then you got Freddy and Bonnie on the second night. Then third night, you get, like, Foxy, Bonnie, and Freddy. And fourth night, you get all of them. You get Chica unlocked. And all of them just become active on the fourth night. And this game is scary as hell. It's scary as hell. Especially your first time playing. You're playing that blind. You don't know what to do. You don't know nothing. Like, it's mad scary. Like, when I first played this, I never screamed so loud so many times. I remember literally after I recorded playing this game, my head was hurting. My voice was hurting. I couldn't even speak, like, after I recorded this game. That's how scary it was for me, bro. Like, I couldn't play this game. Like, I literally screamed one time so bad, or I got scared one time so bad that my controller disconnected. And it was super funny. Like, it was super funny. And this game was mad scary. Like, if you haven't played this game, you have to play this game, bro. I'm telling you, you have to play this game. And, like, you know, the objectives are, like, the way you have to survive the nights is just, like, you have to just, you have to make sure you repair the generators so you don't run out of power. And if you run out of power, then time is frozen. You can't beat the night unless you repair the generators. And you also have to make sure that the ventilation gets reset so you don't run out of oxygen and keep dying. And if you run out of power and time is frozen, Golden Freddy can spawn and he pretty much just kills you instantly. It's just an instant death, pretty much. So, and what you get is you do get some money for whenever you complete a night, which gives you, like, cosmetics and some, like, flashlights and stuff. Ain't really nothing too special. It's just kind of just some, like, extra stuff. But yeah, this game is super scary. It's mad scary. If you haven't played this, you have to play it. Like, it's just a must. You have to play it. And I don't care what anybody says. This is by far, I keep saying by far, this is the scariest game on Roblox. I don't care what anybody says. This is literally the scariest game on Roblox. But that's gonna do it for this video. I know this video was, like, much different from what I usually do, but I just wanted to state my opinion on this, and I hope y'all really enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later in another video. So yeah, peace. Now, I know that there are some games that I missed out because I didn't play them. I know that there are games like Chains on Roblox. I could tell that this game is very scary, and I never got to play it. But trust me, I will play it one day. Maybe I might make an updated tier list. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I needed to say. Peace.